What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller. And I can't believe I'm doing this, but and yeah, I think y'all should be surprised, but after watching my Roman Reigns video, basically with him returning, it's not actually a surprise. But welcome everyone to WWE RAW review show from February 25th, 2019. They were in They were in excuse me. They were in Lafayette. No, not Lafayette. I'm sorry, that was last week. Which, by the way, that sucked. Being in Lafayette, Louisiana, but they were in Atlanta, Georgia this week for Monday Night Raw. And the reason why I say Lafayette, I mean stick by saying Lafayette because all I could think about is Lafayette, Louisiana, going to a wrestling show, and no reacting, no making sounds, dead, just a dead crowd. Sad. Makes me wonder if they're even wrestling fans. So, anyways, but yeah, your commentators Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Renee Young. So, let's get to what happened on this show. Starting off first with the opening of Monday Night Raw, which pertains to the video package of what happened back in October of 2018, with Roman Reigns announcing that his leukemia is back, and he had to relinquish the Universal Championship, and he promised to come back. So sure enough, we get Roman Reigns coming out, and I already did the video about that, folks. If you haven't seen that video yet, it should be up by the time of this recording. So you can check it out. You can check that out. I'll basically let you know about the whole situation. Roman Reigns is back. He got a big pop. He was overwhelmed. He was giving fights to everyone. He hugged his mother. He hugged his aunt. He also he got in the ring, and then, again, crowds love Roman Reigns. They give him a big pop and all that, and a big support and all of him. And he basically give him love back and everything. And then he gets an update about, let's see, about 10 to 15 minutes later, I guess. And he said that his leukemia, where it represents to fight for the fences, and we not only we fight for the fences, but we hit a home run. And said the leukemia is back in to remission, and the big dog Roman Reigns is back. Crowds pop for it too and all. They love now they love Roman Reigns because they're showing him love and support. We'll see how long that lasts, by the way. WWE booking, by the way. But I am happy that Roman Reigns is doing well. He is doing good. And again, I'll talk more about that when I do my next video of it, where it pertains to Roman Reigns, because I haven't watched the Good Morning America interview that he did yet. But when I get a chance to do it, and I will do another video of it. So be on the lookout for that one, folks. It will happen this week. So yeah, after Roman Reigns did all that, he gave fights to fans again and all that. And then he gets ready to go up on the stage, but also Seth Rollins comes out, and Seth Rollins was in tears. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins stand on the stage, and there you go. That was a good nice thing there. I didn't want to say anything bad about Seth Rollins at that point, so but I did say something later on about Seth Rollins, but I'll get to that when I get to his promo or his interview. But anyways, but yeah, there you go. And Dean Ambrose wasn't out there, by the way, which I'm glad he didn't come out there. And I'm glad that WWE listened to Dean Ambrose from that part, because I heard Dean Ambrose told WWE, no, that's not a good idea for me to go out there. Because again, the storyline, with Dean Ambrose portraying the Shield, he blames Roman Reigns, he blames the fans, he blames Seth Rollins, for the whole thing with Dean Ambrose, the whole Shield thing, with the storyline with Dean Ambrose and Rollins, a disaster, a disappointment, and yeah, it was best for Ambrose not to go out there, along with Seth Rollins. But there you go. That was basically the gist of it for the opening of Raw. Then we get to the Revival, the Raw Tag Team Champions, versus Ricochet and Aleister Black. Ricochet and Aleister Black got a better pop this week on Monday Night Raw instead of last week when they were in Lafayette, Louisiana. Hell, they even got a better reaction on the next night on SmackDown in New Orleans, Louisiana. But Monday Night Raw, they got a better pop. Aleister Black and Ricochet in Atlanta, Georgia. So yeah, WWE, don't ever go back to Lafayette, Louisiana ever again. Just saying. But now here's the thing about this match, folks. It was decent, but here's the problem here. There was no way or no how that the Revival the Revival was going to defeat Aleister Black and Ricochet, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder of the Revival, Raw Tag Team Champions. Same thing what happened last week. Revival lost to Gargano and Ciampa. You couldn't find anyone else to face Gargano and Ciampa. It had to be the Raw Tag Team Champions. And here we go again with Aleister Black and Ricochet. And by the way, Aleister Black and Ricochet are now officially on the main roster. I mean, they'll still be on NXT for until it's time for them to finally leave NXT. As of right now, Aleister Black is gone from NXT, but for now he's still featured as an NXT star until he officially leaves, because the tapings of NXT with Aleister Black is not done yet. Same to Ricochet too, especially with him being the next top contender for the North American Championship. But basically, Aleister Black and Ricochet has made their main roster. Good for them. I just hope that WWE doesn't fuck them up, especially Ricochet, and especially Aleister Black too. But we'll see what happens. But we also have Bobby Roode and Chad Gable watching on backstage. And I see myself, wait a minute, why couldn't they wrestle against Aleister Black and Ricochet? Same thing last week too. Why couldn't Bobby Roode and Chad Gable wrestle Ciampa and Gargano? It's the Revival. And sure enough, we get to this match. The Revival loses to Aleister Black and Ricochet. And I say to myself, you're making the Raw Tag Team Champions look bad. You're making them look like they're chumps. And what you're doing is you're deflating and devaluing the Raw Tag Team Championships. And especially to the Revival. I mean, I hate when the WWE do this too, by the way. Having their champions lose. Yeah, we got champions, on our television, and we're gonna have them lose. Unfucking believable. It makes no fucking sense. It makes you look fucking bad. So you get dumbass John Caruso interviewing Baron Corbin, and what I did with it, I skipped it. Because fuck Baron Corbin. He's fucking boring. He's fucking trash. He doesn't fucking try anymore. He looks like he doesn't give a fuck anymore. So fuck Baron Corbin. And fuck his outfit too. But basically he talks about Roman Reigns. Whatever. Shawn Michaels embraces with Johnny Gargano backstage. Good. Snoop Dogg sends a birthday greetings to Ric Flair, which I thought was nice. We get to Elias. He didn't get the chance to cut a promo yet because all of a sudden Lacey Evans comes out. She starts walking, wearing her 1960s outfit, and then she stops there and then walks back, just like they did for Elimination Chamber, last week on Raw, last week on SmackDown. And this week on Raw, walks out, walks back. And that's how you create stars in WWE. So Elias tries to talk again. Also, he gets interrupted by Dean Ambrose. So Dean Ambrose comes out. He's in a festive mood, whatever, and he wants to challenge Drew McIntyre, in a rematch. This time, no disqualifications. And Elias is playing his guitar, and Ambrose gets in the ring and is like, "What are you doing? Playing off like the Academy Awards." WWE, you are not a pop culture mainstream type of entertainment that you think you are. They could talk about the Academy Awards, Maroon 5, the Super Bowl. They can talk about all these pop cultures that is relevant, all they want. But at the end of the day, WWE is saying all this just to feel relevant, and to feel like they are pop culture. No, WWE is not pop culture, but WWE is not relevant to anyone outside of the WWE. You don't hear the Academy Awards talking about WWE. You don't hear about any movies going on to the Academy Awards from the WWE. You don't hear any WWE movies coming from WWE Studios being in the Academy Awards, or you don't hear about Monday Night Raw being being nominated to of the enemy for an enemy, Kevin Dunn. WWE needs to stop this bullshit. They're not pop cultures. Then at one point they were, but not anymore. They aren't. So WWE needs to cut that bullshit out. And Ambrose says that he seconds. No, I'm sorry. Eli said that if this was the Academy Awards, he'll be the second. He'll be getting the second standing ovation. Well, based on how they book Elias, but about Elias is done, probably, folks. They ruined Elias. They could have done something big with Elias, but they screw him up too. Because all he does is go out there and gets interrupted so many times, and that's the thing they always do with Elias. They always get someone interrupting him while he's playing his guitar, or he doesn't even get a chance to play his guitar. And I say to myself, so this is how you create stars too, by the way, folks, right? This man is not interested in creating new stars. That's why Elias is being booked how he is right now. Just like Braun Strowman has lost his momentum too. Everyone that comes into the WWE, that gains some hot momentum, what does this man do? He kills it. So Ambrose basically tells Elias, want to play play Yankee Doodle, Thunderstruck, or Dirty Deeds, because Ambrose, Dirty Deeds, DDT, whatever. And like, say myself, and I'm like watching this, listening to Ambrose saying all that, especially saying Yankee Doodle, and I say myself, and I wonder why the Ambrose is leaving WWE. WWE also wonder why the Ambrose is doesn't want to stay with WWE. So Elias tries to hit Ambrose with a guitar. He ducks, and Ambrose gets into 3D DT, and there you go. That was the end of that segment. We see Ricky the Dragon Steamboat backstage. I don't know who he's meeting with. I blanked out of who he met with backstage, but he was there, for Ric Flair's birthday celebration. So we get to the Riot Squad, which it was Sarah Logan and Ruby Riott, and you got Liv Morgan at ringside as they go up against Natalya and Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey. Match itself, it was solid. But all of a sudden you get Becky Lynch showing up from the crowd, and you get security stopping her. So I'm like, well, finally WWE did it right this time. I like they did with Elimination Chamber when Becky Lynch came out there, and that one security was standing there where she was walking to get to the ring. That one security just let her go because screw stopping on this someone who's supposed to be suspended, or someone who could be a fan. Screw on not stopping them. Just stand there and let them pass. But so far they got right on Raw. So because this time on Raw, you did have a security stopping Becky Lynch for going through it. I mean, and here's another thing too. As the camera was seeing this, also the camera cuts away from and it sees Ronda Rousey, who has a reaction of Becky Lynch being out there, and the camera completely missed Becky Lynch hitting the security. So it was that important to look at Ronda Rousey in the ring for a reaction for Becky Lynch showing up, then to show the camera's angle of Becky Lynch hitting the security. That was bad call there for panning the camera away from Becky Lynch for hitting the security. You should have stuck with Becky Lynch hitting the security, and then you could have panned to Ronda Rousey. That was so fucking stupid, Kevin Dunn. But anyways, Becky Lynch did hit the security to get him out of the way, and she had a clutch by the way, and then Natalya tries to stop Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch just hits her with the crutch, and then Ronda Rousey goes right after Becky Lynch, and they start fighting. So basically, a winner by disqualification. I thought it was ended by no contest, but apparently it was ended by disqualification. Natalya and Ronda Rousey wins, and then as Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch was fighting, we get securities, agents, referees come out to break it up. Basically, a commotion going on. Chaos was going on Monday Night Raw. and Becky Lynch was taken away by police. Police cuffed her and took her away, basically to jail. Because remember what Triple H said last week, yo, Becky Lynch, if you do that again, you're gonna be you're gonna be arrested and be persecuted. So that's what happened. After that was over, Ronda Rousey was checking on Natalya, and Natalya was being carried out. All of a sudden, Ronda Rousey gets back into the ring and calls up Vince McMahon. So who did we get instead? Stephanie McMahon. And when I saw Stephanie McMahon come out, skipped it. I didn't care. As soon as Stephanie McMahon, I see her on my screen, I lost interest. And when I lost interest, I skip it. Fuck it, because fuck Stephanie McMahon. Now, if Vince McMahon was out there, I would not skip it. Because I want to, because in a way, Vince McMahon does have a personality. Vince McMahon is a character, but I still hate Vince McMahon though. But I will still watch it just to see what was going to be done there. Stephanie McMahon, as far as Stephanie McMahon, I can't fucking stand Stephanie McMahon. I cannot stand her. No, I don't care if it's a character or the person. I can't fucking stand Stephanie McMahon. Philanthropy is the future of marketing. Fuck you. But what was said here? Basically, they went back and forth to reinstate Becky Lynch, and Stephanie was like denying it. I mean, she declined the offer, and then the whole thing where make it a triple threat for that, and then Stephanie was like no, a hard no, and you have the fans cheering for it too. They're cheering for that, for Becky Lynch to be reinstated and for them to make it a triple threat. They don't care. They just want Becky Lynch to be part of the match. And remember, months ago, Triple H, along with Vince, Stephanie, and Shane, they said, the fans are the authority. 4 months later, the fans wanted it, and what was Stephanie McMahon's answer? No. I thought we fans are call the shots now. What happened with that? Oh yeah, that's right. It was bullshit. And I can't believe fans fall for that too. By the way. Which they always fall for it. And either way, they always fall for it. But anyways, but Ronda Rousey said, well, with her being Raw Women's Champion, and I was reading what was said there. I didn't watch the segment. Like I said, I skipped it because I lost interest when I saw Stephanie McMahon coming out. Stephanie McMahon coming out there, like I said, lost interest. So I was like, fuck this segment. But I read the results. Basically, what they did here, Ronda Rousey, she said, she's Raw Women's Champion, and she said if she can't be the final champion that, to get what she want, whatever, and she says then I don't want to be a champion. She lays the belt on the ring and leaves. So basically, she relinquished the title. So basically, what they did here is kind of like what happened with the whole thing with CM Punk being suspended, and John Cena, demands this man to reinstate him to get him the match for Money in the Bank for the WWE Championship. This man will not do it, and John Cena was like, you know what, I want to be the final champion, and if you can't let me be the final champion, then I want to be the champion. And he was going to leave and everything. If this man was like, hey, where you going? And then he's like, all right, well, hold on, all right, you got the match. That's basically the same thing happened here, except for one thing. Stephanie McMahon did not, stop her and say, well, hold on a second, okay, we'll talk about this, or because this man is makes the calls, right? Because he gets the final say. Nope, Stephanie McMahon walks away, didn't say anything. What's going to happen there? They left us a cliffhanger there, folks. So we have wait and see for next week. Guess what? I'm not watching live. I'm not watching it live next week, by the way, folks. Hell, I didn't watch it live. When it came on, I waited. I'm not gonna sit through a 3-hour show just to go through boring ass commercials and what could be a boring ass show. But whatever. But yeah, Stephanie McMahon was in shock. And she didn't bother to try to stop Ronda Rousey from making a big mistake, like this man did with John Cena, for 2011. Whatever. Also, we get Stone Cold Steve Austin cutting a promo to send a message to Ric Flair, happy birthday, and that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. That was cool. Stephanie McMahon was holding the Raw belt, and Triple H walked up to her, and basically they're talking about this, and there you go. I didn't care about that after that. Jinder Mahal with the Singh brothers. He talks about, and it's not just because Jinder Mahal being there. It's Jinder Mahal is what he said. You know, because of my reaction on my face. Like, Jinder Mahal. And then what he said here pissed me off. He said, you know, represents Ric Flair's birthday party, you know, celebration and everything, right? And he says, it's his words, and I can't believe WWE wrote this for him to say this, but he said in his words, what has Ric Flair ever done? And he says, what has Ric Flair ever achieved? Wow. Talking about Ric Flair, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, a 21-time world champion, and no, not 16-time. He held on to more 16 world championships. He's 21-time world champion, but also former tag team champion, former Intercontinental champion. You know, wrestled in NWA, WCW. Wrestled a lot in WWE. Also wrestled a lot in WWE. Won the Royal Rumble in 1992. 1992 to you know, to become the undisputed World Wrestling Federation champion. Went, you know, wrestled WrestleMania so many times. One of the greatest in-ring performer of all time. And then you got Jinder Mahal, who's a fucking jobber, a fucking one-hit wonder of WWE Championship, which with him being WWE champion at the time was a failure. And on top of that, he's fucking garbage in the ring. The nerve of Jinder Mahal to say about someone who's more over, like Ric Flair. Ric Flair is always been the man in wrestling. Jinder Mahal, garbage. Just like John Cena, garbage. So fuck Jinder Mahal. And they makes an open challenge to anyone in the back, right? Because here's the kick of this too. He said all that because he wasn't invited to the birthday party. So he's challenged anyone who was invited to the birthday party to face him. And Kurt Angle comes out. So basically it was Kurt Angle in the match. And Jinder Mahal was getting the best of Kurt Angle in this match. Until finally in the end, Kurt Angle won. Jinder Mahal is fucking garbage. And you telling me he's going to get the better of one of the greatest wrestlers of all time in Kurt Angle? Fucking joke. Oh god. We get a moment of bliss with Alexa Bliss. She talks about Ronda Rousey, you know, goodbye, whatever, and then she says, something about, you know, rolling the red, no, not rolling, to not let the roll, you know, not to roll the red carpet out, whatever. I guess referencing, you know, on the Oscars again, because WWE's got to feel like they're part of this pop culture outside of WWE, which they're not. And she says, you know, there's no women's champion. And she says, as women's champion of her own right, she will never do that to the title. And she says, but, you know, if they want to look for someone to be in that position, she said she'll be available. But it's the problem. When was the last time Alexa Bliss wrestled? Can she even wrestle at this point right now, folks? That's the problem too. All she's doing now is just talking segments. That's all she's doing right now. Last time we seen her wrestle was the Raw after the Rumble. Other than that, what has she wrestled on house shows? Has she wrestled in main events? I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that. Yeah, so whatever, right? But her guest was Finn Balor, who's in the current champion. And Alexa Bliss said to Finn Balor, it's just a downside of him winning the current title because he's covering his abs. So basically, Alexa Bliss is hitting on Finn Balor, just like she did with EC3 about weeks ago. At the end, she said, I'll show, if you show me your abs. She said she'll show you, to Finn Balor. And also, she gets interrupted by Lio Rush. And Lio Rush says that, you're not deserving being the current champion. Lashley deserves to be in the current champion. Basically, same thing he said, last week. And then Finn Balor says, actually, Finn Balor, he replied by saying, how about he challenged Leo, how about he accepted Lio Rush's challenge? And Lio Rush was confused and everything, and I was confused. Basically, Alexa Bliss said because Lio Rush he declined the challenge, and then Alexa Bliss said, what's the matter? You're not man enough, whatever. And then Finn Balor said, ooh. And I said to myself, Finn, what the fuck? And then Lio Rush accepts the challenge. And Alexa Bliss says, well, let's make it happen. This match is right here, right now. And I said to myself, wait a minute, Alexa Bliss, now she's making matches now? And about it, this segment, it was trash. In fact, if I ever seen a moment of bliss, I'm gonna skip it. This was fucking trash. But it led to a match. Basically, this whole moment of bliss led to a match between Finn Balor and Lio Rush for the Intercontinental Championship, which I thought was a decent match. And of course, Finn Balor was gonna win. Obviously, I didn't see he was gonna lose this match. But yeah, but the match itself, it was decent. The Ascension. They make fun of Otis Dosovich, or should I say Otis? Yeah, but here's the thing, folks. Heavy Machinery. Otis Dosovich and Tucker Knight. Otis and Tucker. That's it. No more last names. They have been victims of of one names now. I hope Aleister Black ain't one of them too. By the way, he's Aleister Black for now, but just wait. They're gonna call him by Aleister. I guarantee you, they're gonna drop the last name Black. And they call him by Aleister. Don't think WWE won't do that. They will do that. And when they do that, that means the catchphrase of him saying "Your fate to Black," dead. They might even change the name, the Black Mass, to something else. We'll see. But yeah, the Ascension. You see Tucker walking backstage, right? And Tucker was being confirmed by the Ascension, and the Ascension is basically making fun of Otis, making fat jokes. And then Tucker was like, I wouldn't be making fun of Otis like that. He doesn't like when people make fun of him. And basically, and the way that Tucker said it too, like, I feel like he felt like he didn't mean what he said. When Tucker Knight said that and everything, he felt like he didn't know what he was. He felt like basically, the way he looked like he just walked up. It looked like he didn't care. But Otis, when he showed up, he looked like he looked like he was excited. He was all energized and everything. But Otis, but Tucker, he looked like he gave no fuck. He looked like he was bored in this segment. At least try to care, Tucker. And that's what I mean about Tucker. Other two, what pertains to Heavy Machinery. Otis has charisma. Otis is more talented. Otis is more fun. He's more entertaining. He should be featured more. And you can see it too. You can see how excited he is. Tucker, no excitement in him whatsoever. He's like a balloon that just deflates. Takes a lot of air out of it. Wow. But yeah, what pertains to heavy machinery, who I see who should be pushed more, who should be featured more, Otis. But basically, so Otis walks up, he's like Tucky. Tucky is Chuck, Tucker, but Otis calls him Tucky. And then basically, Otis was told by Tucker that the assistant made fun of him, and Otis runs both of them over. Oh man, and he was getting angry too, by the way, when he first heard that they were making fun of him. Because like Tucker said, don't make fun of Otis, because he'll take it personally, and look what happened. He took out the incision. That's quite going to lead to a match for next week. We'll see. Next we get to Bobby Lashley. He was furious with Lio Rush. Basically talking down on him, saying that you're supposed to give me a title shot. I mean, you're supposed to talk about me getting a title shot. Instead, you got yourself a title shot. Basically running him down. So I see myself, wait a minute. So they're going with the sympathetic figure angle here with Lio Rush here. So I think maybe they're trying to have Lio Rush be the babyface here someday. Which I think that's what they were going for Elimination Chamber. But instead, it went the opposite. The fans started cheering for Bobby Lashley to take out Lio Rush instead. So yeah, I think what WWE is trying to do here, they're trying to try this again to get Lio Rush over. I think the plan here is to get Lio Rush over, not Bobby Lashley over. What pertains to to turn which of them either to be a babyface. They're trying to turn Lio Rush babyface. They wasn't trying to turn Bobby Lashley babyface. They're trying to turn Lio Rush babyface here. And I think it's gonna happen. Lio Rush is gonna turn babyface. And the way to do it is by Bobby Lashley talk trash and basically talk down on him. So there you go. So basically those match advertised, by the way. Bobby Lashley being accompanied by Lio Rush go up against Braun Strowman. Match never happened. So let's move on. Also, it was a waste of time. Alright, Dumbass Troy Caruso interviews Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins says, I can't stop thinking about Brock Lesnar and blah 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 blah. And he says WrestleMania is going to be the biggest night of my career. Even though the biggest night of your career, WrestleMania, happened against Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar when you became WWE champion, when you cashed in on when you was Money in the Bank. Whatever. And he said, I'm going to walk out Universal champion. Champion. And he says, and he talks about Roman Reigns and everything. I'm like, yeah, great Seth Rollins. What great way to sell WrestleMania, but kind of promo that you look at you didn't bother to give a fuck. Also, we get Ric Flair showing up in the limousine, because Ric Flair is a limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, woo, Willie Dang, woo, son of a gun, nature boy, woo, Ric Flair, woo, woo, horseman. Just saying, and he'll fire me. I'm ready to fire. Ric Flair, he's the man. Woo! Woo! You all pay homage to the man. And you're looking at the man. And to be the man, you gotta be the man. And the man is the nature boy, Ric Flair. Mean by God. Woo! Gene. Just saying. Alright, I'm calm down now. Just saying. That's my line. Just saying. Anyways, sorry, I got suicide there. So we get this no disqualification match between Dean Ambrose and Seth. I mean Drew McIntyre, not Seth Rollins. You want to see that again, by the way. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. But yeah, Dean Ambrose and Drew McIntyre in the no disqualification match. McIntyre came out first, and then Ambrose attacks him from behind. And as soon as they got in the ring, the match immediately started. And the match itself, it was decent. And all of a sudden, Elias comes out. Hits Ambrose with a guitar from behind. And McIntyre gets a win because of that. And then all of a sudden, we get Baron Corbin and Bobby Lashley. So basically we got Lashley, Corbin, McIntyre, who are our faction, which though he failed to mention that last week. And now you got Elias back, and being a heel, to go to be up on Dean Ambrose, who's a babyface. So Elias is part of this group now, even though Elias was against these groups before. If I could get the words out of my mouth, so Elias was against these groups before, but now he's teamed up with them. But they all team up on Ambrose. It was a 4-on-1 situation, and Baron Corbin delivered one of the worst chokeslam backbreakers I've ever seen in my fucking entire life. That right there told me right there that Baron Corbin doesn't give a fuck about how to deliver moves anymore. He doesn't give a fuck anymore. Basically, he's packing it in. He's just down it in at this point. But I could tell right there he doesn't give a fuck with the way he talks, the way he can carry himself, and the way he just did that move to Ambrose. He gives no fucks anymore. So why should I give a fuck about him? Fuck Baron Corbin. He's fucking garbage. Deliver one of the worst chokeslam backbreakers you ever deliver. And meanwhile, you got Bobby Lashley spearing Ambrose into oblivion. Nice spear, by the way. Here's someone that actually gives a fuck, despite the bad booking that he's beginning. At least Bobby Lashley lays in his moves. Baron Corbin gives no fucks. Sorry, folks. But as it's going on, also we get Seth Rollins coming out, and then also he got pops. But then also we get Roman Reigns coming out, and he got a massive pop. And I see myself, wow, Seth Rollins couldn't even get that pop, but Roman Reigns did. So basically, they came out to help the Ambrose. Lashley gets out of the ring. Oh, by the way, I should mention too, Seth Rollins had a steel chair. But Lashley gets out of the ring. McIntyre. Or was it Corbin? I think it was Corbin. Corbin got hit with a steel chair. Lashley got hit with a Superman punch, which probably Roman Reigns when he delivered it. I think it was to Lashley, was it? Oh no, actually, first he just hit Roman. Roman just hit Lashley to take him down. I think it was with a punch, I think. And then again, Rollins with a steel chair taking out Corbin with it. And then he gives McIntyre, and now I'll get to Roman Reigns doing the Superman punch to Drew McIntyre, and he delivers the Superman punch to McIntyre, and looked like shit. Roman Reigns' Superman punch looked like shit. Whatever. I'll let it slide. Like I said before, the hate with me and Roman Reigns is done. But at the same time, I got called out on that Superman punch. It was shit. Rollins with his curb stomp onto Elias before him in the steel chair. Oh, I'm sorry. He hit him with the steel chair, and then he hit him with the curb stomp, but not on the steel chair though. Lashley came back in the ring, only gets a Superman punch, and I thought that Superman punch was better, by the way. Which Lashley was on the apron of it, though. And Roman Reigns goes for a spear to McIntyre, which I thought was good. And that was it. And then they leave. Ambrose was in the ring. He's trying to get back up. And then also they got on stage, and they look back at Ambrose. And that was it. They cut away from it. Basically, Ambrose appreciated the help, basically. Then we get Bayley, who's being accompanied by Sasha Banks, versus Nia Jax, being accompanied by Tamina. Match itself, solid. And Bayley wins the match. moving on to Ric Flair's 70th birthday celebration. Triple H comes out. Stephanie McMahon comes out. Oh wow, you had the a few of the Raw rosters on the stage. Not except Jinder Mahal, except Roman Reigns. So basically they came out. And basically, you had the birthday cake in the ring. You had the balloons. You got decorations in the ring and all that. I didn't care about the promos that Stephanie McMahon cut or the promos that Triple H cut. I didn't care about that either way. I skipped that part. And I saw entrances of Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Sting. Finally, we get Sting on WWE television, folks. And also WWE. I mean, you could be doing so much more with Sting ever since you put him into the WWE Hall of Fame back in 2016. Was it 2016? Yeah, 2016. It was that year. Yeah, you could be doing so much more with Sting during that time, but you didn't, because he's not a WWE legend, right? So then they do a video package for Ric Flair, which was pretty cool to see. And then also they introduce the next word. First Stephanie McMahon reveals in honor of his birthday, a replica, or should I say, a custom-made WWE World Heavyweight Championship with Ric Flair's name on it. Where it was originally the WCW World Championship, but the way the belt they have, it was pretty cool, it was so beautiful. That's one of my favorite World Championship belts, in professional wrestling. And I'm glad they did that there for Ric Flair. So Ric Flair has been introduced by Triple H, right? We're waiting for Ric Flair to come out. He never showed up. So all of a sudden they're wondering what's going on. Where's Ric Flair? And the crowds were cheering we're excited to see Ric Flair come out, right? But all of a sudden, we see Batista. He drags the cameraman. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And he tells the cameraman, wait right here. As he gets into the Ric Flair's dressing room, he shuts the door, only to open it, and drags the unconscious Ric Flair out, and then lays him there. When people saw it was Batista, people popped. They were cheering loudly, and they chanted for Batista. As soon as they saw Ric Flair being dragged out by Batista, they all booed. And then Batista yells at the camera and says, "Hey Hunter, do I have your attention now?" And he says, "Huh?" And then he leaves. And Triple H goes back there, and they all attend Ric Flair, and that's how the show ends. So this is how you set up WrestleMania for Triple H and Batista. With Batista attacking Ric Flair, who's Batista's, that's supposed to be Batista's mentor. I did not like that. So basically, Batista is going to be the heel against Triple H at WrestleMania. I'll talk more about that when I do my topic of it. I will do a topic video of it. So, but talking about wrestling for WWE RAW from February 25th, 2019. 6 matches. And my overall rating for the show, there were a lot of downs. Not a whole lot, but there were a few downs. But I thought the show was good though. There was some good things about the show. So I'm gonna go 6 out of 10. So thank you for watching. It's the Natural Born Thriller, saying peace on the streets.